case you don't already know Dr. Matt Blumrich. Please allow me to introduce him. Matt lives here in Ridgefield and is a Princeton-educated PhD. He is a senior scientist at NVIDIA. He has well-considered better options for the alternative school and transition program. He has first-hand experience as the father of an alternative school alumnus. His suggestions bear your consideration.
Matt Blumrich, 76 Florida Hill Road. I'm suggesting to all of you that the plan for a combined alternative high school and transition program at a remote location in town is inappropriate and is likely to achieve only a small, marginal improvement over the status quo. As a parent of an AHS alumnus, I know that the students there are receiving a fraction of an education with little opportunity to access the enriching environment we provide for all the other high school students. We all recognize the excellence of the Ridgefield school system in terms of core learning, electives, counseling and psychological support, athletics, clubs, field trips, you name it. Very little of that excellence is available to the alternative high school students, and giving them some more space and a few walls won't make the difference. Why? Because the logistics of the remote location make it all but impossible. Getting from Halpin Lane to the high school is a 10-minute drive at a good time of day in good weather. Add to that the time to walk from the bus to a class somewhere in the building, and you can see that attending a class at the high school is extremely disruptive for alternative high school students. Now, think of it the other way around. If a well-meaning high school teacher wants to teach at the alternative high school, they need to get permission for all that travel time in addition to the class time. So it's no wonder that so few classes are even offered at the alternative high school today. Another problem with the current plan is that 14-year-olds should not be in the same building with 25-year-olds day after day. Everybody knows this is inappropriate, which is why we have elementary schools that are separate from middle schools, that are separate from high schools. There's an obvious solution, which is to locate the alternative high school on the high school campus and find an in-town location for the transition program. This makes so much sense that it's worth asking Dr. De Silva to justify her plan and explain why it's superior, especially because enrollment at the high school is down 20% from 2015. I want to be clear that questioning a plan is not disparaging the person who came up with it. But when a plan that costs millions of dollars appears to be suspiciously inadequate, it is incumbent that questions be asked. Is it too much for you to ask our superintendent, who's paid almost $300,000 a year by the taxpayers, to produce a report explaining how the investment of several million more taxpayer dollars will produce equitable outcomes for the alternative high school students? Is the path of least resistance the only one that you all will consider? Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Blumrich. That all makes sense to me. Well, I'll be voting no. At the town meeting on Wednesday, December 18th at 7:30 p.m. at Town Hall, I will vote no to improve inclusion and education equity. Please join me.